we have the panels, graphics panels, presentation. These are called panels. Okay, and in between we have the commands. Okay, and depending on which tab you're in, you will see different commands and different panels. These come in and out of our screen, depending on which tab we are in. Now we are in the View tab, okay, and we see 3D view section, callout, and elevation, drafting views, all things that deal with how you're viewing your model on your screen. So if we go back to the Architecture tab, now we have different panels and different commands. Okay, these are the first tab that we will work on today. Okay, and includes basic components such as wall, door, window, component, column, roof, ceiling, and floor, and curtain wall. The curtain wall, the commands are over here. There are only 3 of them. Okay, the curtain walls are the most complicated and complex component in Revit, along with stairs. Stairs and curtain walls are very complicated. And the commands that deal with curtain walls are over here. Curtain wall, curtain system, curtain grid, and molding. Okay, and today we'll work on our project. The bottom left side of our screen, there are a series of commands there also. Okay, these commands deal with how you visualize your model on your screen. Okay, you like to see the texture, you like to see the material, you like to see the color of the material, you like to see it transparent, fully transparent, 50% transparent. These commands deal down here. Okay, and it starts with the first command that you see is the actual scale of your view. Okay, in Revit, we can work in millimeters, we can work in meters, in feet, in inches, we can work on different units. There are no problems. You can switch units at the beginning, the middle, or the end. There is no complication whatsoever. Okay? And for our exercise, I want all of you to type UN on your keyboard. Go ahead. UN. Units. We're changing the unit to millimeters. Okay? If you want to work in the imperial, the building code says millimeters, so I want all of you to work in millimeters. Please type UN on your keyboard. We use a lot our keyboard, and we also use a lot the wheel on our mouse, because we are modeling components 3D in 3D, and we need to be very close to what we're doing, what we are selecting, because all of these components are in a relationship. How many of you have worked in AutoCAD? Okay. AutoCAD, yes. AutoCAD is good, but this is the complete opposite. Okay, it's a different mindset. All of these components are in a relationship. All of them. Okay, if you move a wall, the floor will move, and the ceiling, and the foundation at the bottom, and the footing. All of them will move. In AutoCAD, all of the entities are independent of each other. So one line over here, one line over here. This one doesn't know nothing about this one. This one doesn't know nothing about the other one. They don't care. Okay, but in Revit, all of them are friends, are in a relationship among themselves, and all of them have embedded data in them. So once we finish our model, we can extract data from the model and give it to the project managers, quantity surveyors, land surveyors, constructor, engineers, because each component has data embedded. Okay? So what I want all of you to do is to switch distance, length, and area. Okay? The units on the left side, the format on the right side. Please pick length, distance, and area. So we'll do that together. Okay? That's how it's going to run this course. I do the modeling here, and you do it on your bed. And if you start this way here, it's not a running game. I want all of you to do well. Okay? It's important that you learn how to use the software, because the industry requires that from you. Length, so click on, let's do length first. Click on 1 to 5. Then click on feet and inches. Okay, and then click on millimeters. I don't see. So this is millimeters. Click OK. Then click on the number above 1 to 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, some distance besides distance. And click on feet and select millimeters. Okay, and then select 1, 2, 3, 5 square feet. And click on square meters. Square meters. This class starts at 2. So if you have any problem, I'm here at 1. So if you email me and you missed a step, and you want me to help you, I'm here. You can just email me, I'm here, and I can help you. Even an hour before the class. My office hours are from 1 to 2. So I'm at the school 3-4 days a week. Just email me, let me know that you want to meet me in here. As you can see now, the numbers at the bottom left corner has changed from 1/8 equals a foot to 1 to 96. So change that, okay, and click on 1 to 96 and change it to 1 to 100. Okay, the bottom left corner. And then right beside the scale, there is a command. Okay, it's like a white rectangle. Okay, that's called the detail level. Click on that command and select Find. Okay. So go to switch the views. Okay, we don't talk about drawings. We call these views. So if I need to go to the south elevation, which is the elevations category, I double click on the south word. Okay, see this? South, just double click on it. Double click on the south elevation. It's already created for us by default. Okay, we'll create actually 2 additional levels. Okay, now change it. Good. Change it to 1 to 100 on all 4 elevations. Go east, north, south, and west, and change it the 1 to 100 and feet on level 5 on all 4. And then when you finish, come back to the south elevation. If you're stuck, just raise your hand. Okay? Good. Because the screen is smaller, That's it. Fantastic. Okay, let's zoom in into this part of the screen. Use your wheel and just zoom in here. How do we change the height? The client says, okay, I want this building to be 8.2 meters or 8,200 meters. How do I change it? I double click on 3028. Okay, and type 7,400. Enter. Escape twice. In Revit, we complete a command, we escape twice. In AutoCAD, you escape once, so here we escape twice. So if you click once, you're still in the command. Escape on your keyboard. Zoom out, and then you will see it. And a smaller screen. Let's rename these two levels. Let's rename the levels. First floor. Okay, just click on level 1. Enter. Very important message you get once you press enter on your keyboard. Would you like to rename corresponding views? Click yes. Yes. Look what happened now in your project browser. When we had level 1 and level 2, right? Now that we renamed level 1, now we have a new level called first floor. It changed automatically. The changes are managed by the software. Wow. Very important. Now let's double click level 2 and let's rename it Open Web Steel Joist. Enter. Yes. Open Web Steel Joist. OWSJ. So yes. Make sure you click yes. No, enter. No, just one. See how complicated it's going up here, right? So we need to zoom out a little bit. And then escape. Many of you have noticed that these data graphic symbols only appear on one side. I like those graphic symbols to appear also on this side over here. It's a quick fix. So click on the top line, okay, and where that graphic symbol is missing, you see a square box. Okay, just click on that box.
Questa la pelea Canelo?
I would like to take this course further than just getting, maybe intermediate level. I would like to model mechanical ductwork, plumbing, piping, just for all of you to learn. And I think it's very beneficial for you to come for all of you to learn that. Okay, now, what I want all of you to do now is create two new levels. One will be called parapet, and one will be called footings. Okay, one will be above the open web to the joist level, and one will be below the first floor. A little bit tricky to do this, but we'll do it, right? So architecture tab, I usually define commands like architecture tab, data panel, select the level command. Okay, so you need to be in the south elevation where we are, okay, and make sure you're in the architecture tab. Okay, if you're not, then just click on it, and then select level, the level command, okay, in the data panel. Okay, now once you click on it, you're active in the command, and half of the ribbon is gone. And there's nothing here, it's just these remain, right? So Revit is asking you, okay, what is which height we're gonna set this new level. So if you place your mouse near the top level, okay, you will see a temporary dimension appear on your screen. You see it? Okay? So that will help us to set it up correctly. So type 900 millimeters. Just type it on your keyboard. Okay? Press enter. Don't click on your mouse. Okay? The key is stay away from your mouse. Don't click on it until the end. Just place your mouse close to that line. Type 900. Press enter on your keyboard. And then move your mouse to align it with the other two. And then click on it. And then escape twice. That's it. Let me know if you have a problem. No, the bottom one is 1200. It's a footing, 4 feet below grade. Okay, so let's do the next one. Level. This time we go close to the first floor and we place our mouse below it. Okay, we type 1200. 1200. That's 4 feet. Enter. rename this level 4. If you have this type of condition on your screen where these two additional levels have shorter lines, yes, we need to make it nice and consistent. So how do we extend these lines over? We just click on it, click on the top line, you see the small circle. Okay, we select and drag it to the other side, one at a time.
Y Andy Reese, igual.
Go through each elevation, okay, and make sure that these datum circles here appear on both sides.
Con el negro. Y se puso a dieta y se puso esas cirugías y se puso esas chingaderas. Y ahora con esta última pelea que se ve bien mal. Se ve bien mal. Porque el cubito, el cubito, el 5, era fuerte. Sí, le dio lo dejó bien madreado. Ganó el Ruiz. Pero está para quererse enfrentar a los grandes otra vez a su categoría. No, creo que le pinche.
Okay, now I want to change the color of those lines.
Regresar a su pelea.
These four heights are
Ese
so
morro
important.
pelea como mexicano. Si le crees que la primera pelea que lo tiraron, no le quitó la puta mirada de encima del otro lado. Se aguantó
How do we
en el
change
suelo.
the color of each of these lines and their lines?
Ryan García pelea con
Select
mexicano.
any of these four lines. Let's select this as a target line.
Con eso, primera pelea, siempre
Properties.
quedar en fama.
Okay. Now the properties is telling you that it's 8,300 meters above the first floor. Okay. It has the main parapet, and it also gives us an option here to change the graphics of each of these lines. And how do we do that? We click on Edit Type. Edit Type, very important command. Edit Type. We click on Edit Type. Now this dialog box appears. It's called Type Properties. Under the graphics parameter, you will be able to change line weight to 5. So click on the number 1 and change it to 5. And then change the color to red. So 5 and red. Apply and OK. That's it twice. Zoom in. Okay, you see the thickness has already changed. I click apply. Apply and OK. Escape twice.
Yo lo veo igual.
Now you see
Cinco,
the
dijo.
thickness. If you prefer to work in thin lines, okay, just like we had it before, you type TL. 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 If you like to work in thick lines, then you type TL again. For what we are going to do today, it's better that we work in thin lines. One shot, you don't do two. Now, it's important that these four levels don't move, okay, while we are modeling. Very important, okay? So, how do we lock these elements in place? Just click on each one once. Okay, click on the top parapet left line, okay, and type PN for pin. PN. One at a time. PN. Automatically it locks. You see a pin right in the middle. Okay, that tells you that it's locked. So if you try to move that line, you're not going to move it. However, now that we lock these elements in place, let's say that your client comes back and says, I want this level here at 7,500. So how do we move it? You need to click on the line, click on that pin, meaning you unlock it, then you raise it, and then you lock it again. Because now if I type 7,500, it will not move, right? It's locked. So remember that you need to unlock an element if you're trying to change it. Okay? So save your work. So this is a good time to save our work. How do we save in Revit? We go to the File tab, top left corner. To the File tab. Okay, and then click on Save As. Project. Okay, we're doing a project. We're not doing a template. Okay, or a component. We're doing a brand new project. Save it as your last name and student number. Okay, uppercase with a little dashed line in the middle, in between. Save it on your desktop for now. However, when you finish today, before you log out, you need to transfer it to your USB or email it to yourself. Otherwise, next week you have to start from scratch. Okay? You don't want to do that, right? So please save it. No, it'll be deleted at 12 o'clock tonight. Not much more clear. Be deleted. Okay? So please, once you save it, okay, and then in 15 minutes we save it again, and then again, Revit will create backup files. Okay, you will see different files showing up on your screen. There's one file over here, one file over here, one file, and they will have your last name, student number, and then they will have like 0001, 0002. These are backup files. The main file is without the numbers. So the file that you need to email yourself is without those numbers. Okay? Automatically, Revit saves it as 50 minutes. But the main file is without those numbers. Okay? So last name and student number. That's it. So now we worked in the elevations and we set up the height, which is fantastic. So let's go to the first floor now. Now we're going to the floor plan and we are going to create structural grids for us. In order to place the columns and the beams, we need structural grids. Otherwise, we don't know what to do. Okay, double click on the first floor. If you did it correctly, you should have, under the floor plans category, you should have first floor, footings, OWSJ, parapet, and the site. If you have more than that, let me know. Yeah, level 3 color parapet. Yes, yes. Okay, so now, you see question you have a reference, okay, now level 4. Yes, click on that. Code footing. Yes. Grab that, bring it there, and designate it. Okay. You guys need a break? I need a pause. Yeah. 10 minutes. That's right. 10 minutes. Last thing I want all of you to do, there is a category called sitting plans. You see it? And then with a minus sign beside it. Click on that minus sign. I don't want you getting confused with this. So minus, let's drop it. Okay? Save your work. I'll come back in 10 minutes. Structural pipes. Oh.
Oye, pensé que estabas viendo la grabación. ¿Cómo? Ah, no. It's a break, hermano. So relax. Skip 10 minutes ahead. It's just a break. そうか。
You're on your first floor. First floor, make sure you have a scale of 1 to 100. Okay. Architecture, select the grid command. Right beside the level command. Grid. Place your mouse somewhere in the third quadrant, down here. So we're going to click once where the line starts, and again where the line ends. Okay, the grid is a line. Okay, so we'll start somewhere down here. It doesn't have to be exactly where I have it, but similar. Okay, just click once,
Yo creo que está aquí.
and then move your mouse towards the upper corner of the screen.
Está ahí.
Okay, make sure it's straight up, and
Este. Abajo de eso.
then click again. Click once. So once where you start, and once where you end.
Una GR. GR. Ok.
So we do 2 vertical grids and 3 horizontal. Okay, don't look at the distance. We'll fix the distance later. Just 2 two random lines. So once you finish the first one, move down again, place your mouse close to the first point where you started, okay? And then it's just no, we'll fix it up. We'll set it up after. At 3 o'clock, yeah. So then grid again, and we go from right to left. 1, 2. Make sure you're doing it within these 4 symbols, okay? Don't do it outside. Click on the number 3, okay, and add 8. B and C. Let's place a dimension between 1 and 2. Okay, dimensions are in the annotate tab. The annotate tab is right here, so between annotate and master. Annotate tab. So if you click on the annotate tab, you will see the dimension panel, detail panel, text, tag, and so forth. We have 9 different dimension styles in Revit. Okay, it starts with aligned, then linear, angular, radial, diameter, and so forth. For this exercise, okay, we're going to place a dimension between 1 and 2. So select the align option. It's a little bit tricky to place a dimension the first time. You need to click 3 times to place a dimension between 1 and 2. 3 times. 1 on grid number 1, 1 on grid number 2, and then the third time you just click on the white area beside grid number 2. Okay, so place your mouse over grid 1, just like I've done. Just place your cursor over it. Once it's blue, okay, it's not selected yet. Revit is saying, I'm ready to be selected. So click on it, okay? Then place your mouse over grid 2. Wait until it becomes blue, and then you click on it. And then click somewhere besides grid number 2, anywhere. It doesn't have to be. Don't click on the line again. Just click somewhere besides grid number 2. And then escape twice. Let me know what dimension you already have. I have 17,000. I have 12,300. So let's place these 2 dimensions at 14,000. Let's set this dimension at 14,000. Okay? There is a special way of doing it. Okay? I will explain it. How do we change this dimension at 14,000? you don't click on the dimension by itself. You click on grid number 2 first. Okay, grid number 2 first. Then you click on the actual dimension. You type 14,000 and then press enter and then escape. Click on grid number 2 first. Then you click on the dimension. You type 14,000 and press enter and then escape twice. Between now A, B, and C. Over here, we're going to place 3 dimensions. One from A to B and B to C, and then from A to C. Okay, so what we do next is the same thing. So go to a line. Okay, then we go from A to B to C, and then beside C, and then escape twice. So A to B, then you continue to C, and then you click somewhere beside C. So you click 4 times. So let's place these grids at 9,500. Okay, so before we go ahead here, let's select grid A first. Okay, click on the actual line and type VN. So we're locking grid A first. Okay, then it's hit twice. Then we select grid B and we type 9,500. Enter. Okay, and we click on grid B and we type PN. So we lock this one. Then we click on grid C. Then we click on the dimension and we type 9,500. Enter. And we lock this one. 9,500.
PN for pin.
Okay, now you go to B. Click B, right? And then you click on the dimension.
No pasa nada si muevo estos dos más al centro. Shift,
Con el chip o con la selección, nomás así.
pero no me dejas hacer los dos.
Pícalo así, ahora, y selecta la punta.
¿Ya? Ok.
No tienes que hacer al revés.
¿No me lo haces?
No, al revés, de aquí para allá.
Ajá.
Ándale.
¿Y por qué es así?
Le tiene 2 funciones.
Oh.
Es para que trabajen. Mira.
Entonces, cuando seleccionas siempre...
Izquierda, derecha. Fíjate lo que haces. Si seleccionas solamente lo que selecciones totalmente. ¿Sí ves?
Ok.
¿Sí ves? ¿Sí ves? Ya lo tocas todo, ya te lo seleccionó. Pero si no lo tocas ahí, no, pero si lo tocas el otro lado, y verás, apenas se lo toco, pero si lo tocas, lo selecciono.
Y así le puedes dar pin de un solo a todos.
Por decir aquí, yo cuando selecciono de las expresiones todas, obviamente está el color ya.
Yeah.
¿Por qué le suprimiste los? ¿Le puso las cabezas arriba o abajo?
¿Qué cabezas?
Los tubos.
No sé. Creo que no importa eso. Yo lo puse abajo.
Acuérdate que por estándar siempre van arriba.
Yo lo puedo poner a los dos lados, ¿no?
El tub, bueno,
Esto,
no
¿no?
es estándar. El estándar es arriba, no abajo. Arriba y a la izquierda.
Acá.
Sí. Pero puedes ponerlo, dice. Él lo está poniendo como estándar a la izquierda y arriba.
Well, you lock it when it's the right dimension. You don't lock it when it's the wrong one. Okay, now place the dimension between A to C. A to C. So you skip B, right?
Yo no sé por qué no continuamos del mismo que hicimos ahí. Hace 2 semanas.
Es diferente. ¿Hicimos hace 2 semanas?
Era solo 2 niveles. Sí.
Y tenía 3 grids horizontales y 3 verticales. No me gusta.
2 y 2.
That's why I like That's it. Okay, so now let's place the dimension between A and C. If you guys did it already, I don't know, but align. Your raw dimension is the first dimension to appear, okay, from the left side. 95 and 95 is 19. You see? Now lock all of these elements except the dimensions. We don't lock dimensions, but the grids for sure, right? Grids are as important as the lines. We set these correct now, and we won't change these until December 16th. Okay, so please make sure they are correct, accurate, and dead on. These are where you lose your marks. If you submit something that is 9535 or 40,260, buildings need to be accurate. Okay? Make sure they're correct. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is to change the colors of these grid lines. Okay, just like we did for the levels, we're going to change the color of these and change the line weight. So select any of these grids. Okay, and then you go to edit type. Remember, edit type. Then we change the color to magenta. Okay, and the line weight again 5. Apply. Okay, and then escape twice. So now please go through your elevations. Go through east, north, south, and west. Okay? And check what we have done here. See now the elevations now we see the grids and the levels. They're showing up. Okay?
Sir,
Yes?
did you change the line weight when you changed it to Delta?
Yes, I changed it to number 5. Okay? So make sure these dimensions are obviously 100%, the levels and the grid. We haven't done anything. This is just supporting task. Just support. So now that we set up the project, the most important aspect, the grids and the levels, now we can start modeling. We haven't modeled anything yet. We can start modeling starting from the columns. Okay, so we place 6 columns, 2 at each intersection. 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here, right? Where these grids intersect. There's 2 different types of columns that are ready for you. Once you select the column command, whatever column size you have, just use that. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. I don't know if you have the same type of column, but go to the structure tab. So we place the columns on the floor plan, on the first floor plan. The structure tab is beside the architecture tab. Okay? So once you click the structure tab, you see different commands and different panels. Just like I said earlier, select the column command, which is right below it. Select column. Okay? I have a W1049. I don't know what you have. It's right here. Where you notice that? It's in the properties, right? The properties will tell you the name of the component. If you have a different one, let me know. Okay, perfect. Now, there are 3 questions that we need to answer for this to work. Which component we're using, which is W1049, where is resting, which floor is resting, and where it's going. Okay, otherwise, if we leave it the way it is, Revit will place it roughly 2.7 meters in height, and it will place it on the footing level. That's not what we want. Okay, otherwise, Revit will place it, and then we'll have to go back and change it to, to reflect our preference. Okay, so we'll do that first. We'll have to tell Revit where it's going and the height. Okay, where do we make those changes? Right below the ribbon, if you notice, there is a kind of greenish tab here, and that's where we have a few options. In fact, this tab here, this band is called options bar. Okay, and we have rotate after placement, we have depth and footing. So how are we going to set up this column? It's going to be based on height. So click on depth. Okay, we don't want to set it up based on the depth. So click on the depth tab here and select height. Okay, then automatically Revit picks up the open web still choice levels. Okay, automatically picks it up. Okay, so now the last thing that we need to do is to zoom in into this grid 1 and 8. Okay, let me know if you have thick lines showing up on your screen or thin lines. If you see this, right, it's going to be hard for you to place it, okay, because you need to know the entire footprint, or you need to see the entire footprint of the column. So if you see this, type CL. Do all of you see the entire footprint of the column? Okay. So now place the column right in the middle of grid 1 and A. Okay. Right in the middle, not on one side, just right back in the middle. How do you know in the middle? If you see this cyan line, that's why it's backing right in the middle. That's what we're saying. We're not paying for it. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay. So view, user interface, and that's where more accurate, you don't know, right? That thick thing there, you don't know. So zoom in, show structure. Yeah. And then I got wait. Yeah. Yeah. Now zoom in here. You need to zoom in. See? Now you see the entire footprint of that column, right? Yeah. Here. Now you can click the line first. Now, place the first column, okay? Not going wrong, just place it at the other intersection. On your own. So this is mine. And now I'm going to the next one. So our building will be a small library. Okay? That's what we're doing. Small library. So what's the comment? He likes it? Yeah, he loves that. Oh, I love it. About 6 columns, right? And now if you finished, click on the View tab again. Click on the View tab and click on this 3D view. I call it Little Doghouse. Simple. Okay? And now you see the columns. Oh! Beautiful.
Nunca han visto esto.
Casi todos son de
Red,
directos,
that's
¿no?
okay. As long as you have the column.
Sí. Yo creo que son de Cibo.
If you don't have the grids, that's fine. As long as you have the 6 columns. That's important. Hold up building here. You give me a price? Dollars. Yes, we got. I can't hear you. My God.
Mira, súper.
So we'll place the beams on this view, on the 3D view. Okay, we're gonna place some beams here. Now, okay, I will figure out how to show you the bridge. Just give me a few moments, but we'll look at this next. Now we're gonna place the beams, okay, in this view. Okay, we're not gonna place the beams in the floor plan. We're gonna place it here.
Look at the structure tab.
Select beams, which is the first command. Okay. Zoom in to the first column. One is
Dice
A
que
at the top.
poner la viga arriba de la columna con otro nivel.
That goes from
Y
this
después
column,
vamos a
from
ver
this
cuánto mide.
top to this column here, okay? So we need to
Aquí.
click on
Y
the
luego
3D
debe de
snapping. Under the ribbon, there are two options.
esta mida.
Level, using structural usage, 3D snapping to change. So click on 3D snapping.
Y cuando se salió, ya tiene.
3D snapping, we need to snap on the top of this column.
If you place your mouse at the top, you see
¿Lo ves?
the
Top point.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay, then you click,
No sirve esto.
and you move your mouse towards
Si
the
vas a
second
poner como
column.
que era trabajo también.
Estructuralmente mejor que quede arriba, ¿no?
then from the second to the third, move it and all the way around.
Un solo piso. No lleva carga adicional. Si fuera una estructura alta, sí, para que descanse, pero así no, porque así tiene mejor share.
¿Mejor qué?
Share support. Shape.
One beam at a time, yes. In the center, right? Next time. Sorry, in the center. Yeah, there's a beam in the middle, yeah. Please go through your elevations. Go through your elevations and check the components. Everything looks great. The elevations, they're also, they're already prepared for us. We didn't have to do anything. They're there already. The components are showing up, right? They're right here. It's not like we have to go and manually draw these components again. They're already there. If you want to see your elevations, you just double click on east, north, south, and west.
Am I looking for anything in particular?
No, you're looking for the beams that you modeled. Now, if you want to have these members with color, okay, let's say I want to see the silver color of the beams and the columns. Where do I go? The bottom left side, we looked at the scale, then we looked at the detail level. Right beside that command, there is an important command called visual style. You see it? If you click on it, okay, you have 5 different options. Wireframe is fully transparent. Hidden line is what we have now. Then shaded, consistent colors, and realistic. So if you click on shaded, you see the columns now kind of in a silverish type of solid patch. Okay, now if you want to see consistent colors, a little bit different, and realistic, even more.
El que tenía ante la compu se me tumbaba Revit porque no me aguantaba cuando le ponía realistic.
Se bota.
Sí,
Check
tenía que
termination
tener la
something
tarjeta.
similar
No
to
estaba tan
knife.
malo, porque hay unas que no las haces como prácticas.
Sí, sí.
De cuenta ya no te voy a dejar entrar.
Slabs. We didn't do any slabs. We did a beam.
What's going on here? You're putting the slabs on the floor.
What happened? I don't know. Wait. Down here. The white rectangle, that's detail level 5. So do that, check it on all four of them.
Detail level 5.
Yes. Yes, sure. Visual pattern. Yes. Go back to your 3D view. Okay, go back to your 3D view. Now, I want to put the open web seal joints and fill these two areas. Okay, now we have the beams, now we need to model the open web seal joints and place them at equal distance, okay, in these two areas. The tricky part is that we need to load, okay, this structural component, and it's not within our file, so we need to search for it in the Revit library. Okay, there are many components there. We can select and use those components in our file, in our project. Okay, so this is a good example for you to search for these components and know where they are. So go to the File tab. Okay, now place your mouse over Open. Okay, don't click on Open, just place your mouse over it and select Family. Click on Family. Okay, all these components belong to different families. Okay, all of you see this? Allocations, that's the thing. Scroll all the way down to structural framing. Okay, structural framing, and then double click on structural framing. Double click on steel.
Todos
Okay.
tienen.
And click on the first
Todos
one.
lo tienen.
It's called joist.
¿A dónde?
Abre el, aquí.
If you have a laptop, obviously you're not going to have the same components that Google has here.
¿Dónde?
Use
¿Qué?
Ahí,
Ok.
el library. Lo busca.
¿En inglés?
Es que sí estás diciendo, no abras, cierra eso. Container file.
US.
Open. Family.
If you have a US
Okay. Sí.
folder,
Pero
No lo tiene. No tiene acceso. A ver.
okay, open up that component.
No. Ábrele otra vez ahí. Extiende no en el otro. Ahí. Ponle en Revit 222.
Joist girder, it's the first
Ponle
option that you see
templates.
on the list. Okay,
English
click, select,
medium.
and open. This is what
Vamos a darle
you
por
see
otra vez.
when you open that command,
Otra vez.
that component.
No, vamos a hacerlo.
Okay? Now, how do we bring this into our own project? Load into project. Very easy. Load into project.
Which is the one that we have the load? The BG?
Yeah, DG, yeah. And the only negative part is that once we come back to our project, it opens the first floor plan, which is not the view where we want to be. So escape twice. The component is loaded. Okay, now we need to go to the correct view, which is 3D view. Okay, let's go to the little doghouse again. Okay. Structural framing, steel, and joist girder, which is the first on the list. Okay. Then open joist girder, double click on it, it opens up the family editor environment. It's not loaded into our project yet. There's load into project and it brings it into our own project. Now we are ready. Load into project.
Ese file no me lo puedes mandar.
The only tricky part is once we return to our own file, it opens up the first floor plan, which is not the view that we want to be in. So escape twice. Yeah. Go to your 3D view. Now start. Okay? Now look at the top right corner of your 3D view. Okay, there is the cube there, which says top, side, bottom, and there's also a very cool full command. It's called the full navigation wheel, which is this tab over here, this bar. Okay? I want all of you to become familiar with this. Click on this full navigation wheel. Okay? A real wheel shows up on your screen. Zoom, pan, rewind, and orbit. Click orbit and keep orbit pressed. Now you're able to swivel around your model. And look at your model from different angles and examine it, okay, in its entirety. That's why we use models, to examine them before we build. Okay? Next thing is to look at this cube, okay? Put your mouse on top of the top surface. Okay?
Ya se supone que aquí tiene que estar, ¿no?
Highlighted in blue, then you click on it.
Se supone que aquí tiene que estar. Yo tengo el folder de Open Web Steel Joys, pero no aquí.
Of the Open Web Steel. Okay? It's a 2D environment now, and it's easier for us to model.
Ah, ya sé dónde está. Ponle insert.
You need to click on the top view,
Insert.
top surface of this cube. If you click on the side, then you will see a side view. So click on the top.
Load family.
Now, we need to model these
Load
open webs of choice, so we
Autodesk.
place 5 of them in between this space. 5 of them. One here, 5, and then we mirror them on the other side.
Estructurado.
Before we do that,
Ahí está.
okay, we need to
¿Cuál es el
the top
BG?
first.
Ya.
Ah, gracias. Esto es el cloud.
Este es el cloud.
Place
Ya
them
los
at a random distance
Lo doy
ya
ok.
no me lo da en file del
place the
22.
dimension,
Le doy OK.
¿Sí?
and we'll set the dimension equal to all of them in one shot. Okay, for now, just model these like this. Okay, we'll do that together. Okay, we'll place these components from A to B. Okay, we're not going from 1 to 2. Okay, the joists go the shorter side. I'm sure all of you know this. The joists go the shorter side, the beams go the longer side. Okay, so the joist will go from A to B. And please get this right.
¿Dónde es que está?
And the
Desapareció.
other thing, we'll pick the center line of these beams, right? The A beam and the
Desapareció.
Pick the center line.
and automatically Revit picks that for us. We don't have to really zoom in and pick the center line. It will pick it by itself. We just need to click on the beam. That's it. Okay, so let's go to the structure tab. Click on the beam command. Now that beam is already loaded and it's
Desapareció
available.
o lo tengo que poner así.
¿Qué quieres?
Poner el joystick.
¿Ya lo descargaste? ¿Sí lo descargaste?
Let's do
Sí.
this and then we'll come back and
Vete a componente.
we'll go through it a couple of times. Okay, so select that.
¿Dónde?
A BIM,
The only thing that we need to do is place your mouse over that
En el BIM.
beam along
No,
the
pero de
A
abajo.
grid. Nothing else.
BIM.
Okay, you see it?
Dile que sí. Sí.
That blue is the center line of that beam.
Espérate. Ahí
That's all.
está.
So click once and then bring it to the second beam. Clicking again. That's it. That's all we need to do. Okay? Then go some distance beside it, maybe 5 feet, 6 feet, doesn't matter. Okay? We'll do it again. Place 5 of them.
¿Qué nivel está? Ah, pero lo puedo hacer en 3D también. De A a B.
Let me know when all of you are.
De A a B, ¿no? De A a B. De A a B.
Sí.
Y acá acá.
5. ¿Estás en 13?
Sí.
Where's the project closing? You? No. Properties? You need these two over here. Okay, so again, structure. You put from here to here.
Así está bien, ¿no? Tiene que quedar. Esta parte tiene que quedar aquí un poco.
A ver.
¿Tienen que ser staggered o cabal?
No sé, no sé igual.
Okay.
Eso.
Let's do the first, and then we'll fix it. So now, what I'm gonna do is to place a dimension that captures all of these joists and the beams, okay?
So place a dimension in this view also.
Go to the annotate tab. Go to the align command. Okay, we start from grid 1 to this first joist, okay? It picks up the center line, so you don't have to really zoom in too much. So I go from here to here, here, here. It doesn't matter the numbers that you see, will change them after, as long as you have a dimension.
¿Cuál es el shortcut para Align? A mí me sale otro. ¿O es el mismo? Este es el mismo. Este cosito. ¿Sí?
What's going on down there?
Now, I see all the different dimensions, and probably all of you have the same different dimensions too. Okay, so how do we place these at equal distance? Select the dimension once. Right above it, along the center line, there is two letters, EQ. You see it?
Yeah.
Click on. Now the distance between all these members are equal. If you have a dimension, okay, click on the dimension, and then click on EQ, which is right above the center of that dimension. Once you click, now equality shows up, and now these dimensions are at equal distance. And then escape twice.
No me sale.
¿Qué quieres hacer?
EQ.
Ahí está. Es que dice que no está junto ese. Si te fijas que no está, no, ese está despegado.
¿De dónde?
Now, a good
Pica
question
eso.
¿Este?
would
Ponle
be,
equal.
okay, now I know they
No,
are
le
at equal
quito
distance, but what
ponle
is the
equal.
actual number?
acá.
Right? One person at the site
No, este
could
no.
say, okay, I know
¿Qué
they
te
are, but
dice?
what is the actual
Can't keep
number?
elements joined.
Right? They
Okay.
don't want to
Es que
make
tiene
any
tu mano.
calculations, they just want to place these things at
5 feet, 6 feet, whatever. So, to show the number, okay, is to reflect this dimension. Is to reflect this dimension, then look at the properties. Okay, right below the lowest parameter, okay, it's called equality display. And right beside it, there is equality text. If you click on that option, okay, you will have value and equality formula available. Select value and then apply.
¿Cómo se llama?
Fifth floor.
No,
No, the same. That's how it's
underlay.
supposed to be.
Ponle. ¿Por qué no se ven?
Ese es el Open Web Steel Joist Plan.
No, vete al fifth floor.
No tiene.
Ponle fifth floor. Ya. Ahí está. Ahora sí, dimensional. No los con. Dale.
Uno este también.
Ajá. Ahora sí, dale. Ponle igual. Ahí está.
Y para quitar para poner números.
Para poner los números allá. No. Quítate.
¿Dónde?
I have 2, 3, 3. You guys have it?
Por aquí seleccionan otra vez.
Let's round it up.
Ahí dice.
Round it down.
En level. Arriba. Ahí.
Type UN. Okay, we go to length again. Click on 1, 2, 3, 5.
¿Qué te daba?
Okay, now you see millimeters and then rounding on the left side of this little dialog box. It says rounding, 0 decimal places. Click on to the nearest 10. Yes. To the nearest 10, and then click OK, and then OK. Right.
En length le dio.
No.
Save your project, by the way.
Ponle ahí en Equality Display. Selecciona Equality Display. Abajo, la última. Ese. No. Selecciona Value. Y ahí está.
No sé.
What's up? Save your work, by the way. This is very important. Now, the last step here is to mirror these 5 open web steel joists on the other side. Actually, not just the last step. What did we say? 5? Oh. Let's go to 6. Yeah, remember you guys were saying 6?
Y en las últimas versiones, aunque descargues 2022, ya no te dan los files. Te da la opción del.
O los families. Porque yo creo que eso es mejor, ¿no? Porque hasta poder ver la imagen de lo que está.
También acá te da la imagen.
would require us to select the reference line for us to be able to mirror these on the other side.
Aquí traes todas las familias. Ahora,
Which reference line we should pick for this? The B, right? Who said B? Fantastic, that's B, right? It's in the middle. So we have to pick, the tricky part is that we have to pick this B line twice. One on the right side and one on the left side. That's the only tricky part. Okay, so in Revit, if you press Control on your keyboard,
Ahí encontraste los carros, lo que usaste para la activity,
so press Control.
los trucks.
no, eso los bajé de la website.
¿Cómo que se llama?
Revit City.
Control will allow you to pick more than one element at a time. You need to keep it pressed though, all five, and then release once you selected all five, right? Then the mirror command is right below the word
annotate. There are two. One is with the green line and one with the blue line. Select the blue line. It's called mirror draw axes. Axes meaning that we need a reference line to make that mirror happen. So select that blue line with the pencil. Okay, so we're active in the command now. The last thing that we need to do is click this middle beam. Once over here and once over here. Once over here. And then escape. Wow.